Introduction. Internet marketing can mean a lot of things. For some, internet marketing is practically synonymous with affiliate marketing. This is the process of selling products made by other people in order to earn commission. But internet marketing can be more than that too. Of course, internet marketing can mean building a website or a blog, building a massive audience for that platform, and then making money from adverts, Google AdSense for instance, or selling your own products. Internet marketing might mean selling a digital product such as an ebook or an online course. Internet marketing might mean selling something physical. Internet marketing may mean promoting a website as the end in itself, simply building a channel so that you can spread the word about something that's important to you, or so that you can try to promote yourself to grow your own career. I recently spoke to a group of creative writers and explained to them how learning the basics of marketing on the web could allow them to promote themselves and find publishers. And of course, internet marketing might mean marketing an existing business in order to gain more customers and make more sales. Any small business should be interested in marketing themselves online. The fact of the matter is, internet marketing means getting the word out on the web, and it means creating brilliant content. And if you can do either or both of those things, then you can make the web work for you. Once you do that, then pretty much anything is possible. Literally. We'll see later in this training how the ability to work online can allow pretty much any of your wildest dreams and plans to come true, whether that means earning a passive income and traveling the world, or whether it means growing a massive business or working on projects that you are truly passionate about and getting paid for it. The only problem is that very few people have any idea what makes the web tick. People tell me they want to start their own business selling crafts, or they tell me that they want to start blogging for fun, but they have zero clue what that entails. What is SEO? What is marketing? If you're sitting there smugly thinking that you already know the basics of internet marketing, then time for a reality check. Because even if you know the basics of internet marketing, there's a good chance that you don't have all of the advanced skills you need to really make any project into a success. In this training, then, I'm going to start by outlining those basics. I'm going to teach you Internet Marketing 101 for those of you with no prior experience. This is what makes a web tick. This is your bread and butter. But from there, I'm then going to dive into the much more advanced stuff that many internet marketing gurus in reality have no idea about whatsoever. You will learn skills here that will put you head and shoulders above the competition. You will learn tools that will make you immensely employable, to the point that you are never without work. And you'll be able to turn any idea or concept into a reality. What makes a web go around? When I tell people that I work online, the reaction I very often get is bafflement. Countless people have admitted to me at one point or another that they have no idea what I do for a living. In fact, my grandma once made me promise to her that whatever I did was not illegal. When I left university and started working for myself, everyone expected me to fail. They all asked, "When are you going to get a proper job?" A little offensive? Sure, but it's understandable. After all, it's not at all obvious from an outsider's perspective how money gets made on the web. How can you earn money online while sitting at home? How do websites earn money even if no products actually change hands? This is the part some of you will already know, but it bears repeating for those that don't. Essentially then, money is made online thanks to views. The more people view a website or an article, the more opportunity there is to make money. And this is possible partly thanks to advertising and partly thanks to sales. If you have a website that is getting several 100,000 views per day, then you will have the option of placing Google ads on it. These are adverts that are automatically generated by Google's partners and which you will then place on your website. Each time the ad is clicked, Google earns some money, and a portion of that revenue is split with you. Well, this might sound strange. The reality is that those people are likely going to head to that other website and then spend more money. For instance, if an insurance company is paying for clicks on your website, chances are that the visitors it gains from this will buy at least some insurance, and thus they'll earn more money than they spend in the long term. And don't get it twisted. You'll only earn a few cents per click in most cases. So you really need hundreds of thousands of views for a website to be profitable through this process alone. If you're still struggling to get your head around this, then the best comparison to make is with free papers and magazines that you might have seen being handed outside your local train station. Those free magazines cost money to print, and they're being given away. But the customer in this case is not the person reading the magazine. The customer is the advertiser, and the magazine has value to the advertiser because it has such a wide exposure. The more eyeballs that see that paper or magazine, the more the advertiser can potentially stand to earn by placing their adverts there. This is how a website works too. Better than Google AdSense. But don't rely on Google Ads to make money from a website, because that puts you right at the bottom of the food chain. Remember, the advertisers are only willing to pay for clicks because they have more effective means of monetizing those visitors. They're making more per visitor than they are paying Google, and they're only getting a small amount of that. So right now, you're really not earning huge amounts of cash compared with what you could be earning. So another way you might monetize your website is by selling something. For many businesses, this is already built in, as it were. If your website exists to support an existing pizzeria, hairdresser, massage salon, or anything else, then you are ultimately going to be earning money from the visitors by promoting your brand and encouraging people to visit your store in person. You can also set up a product or service after the fact. In this case, your website might promote your SEO services. More on that in a moment. It might promote your digital ebook that you are selling. It might promote an online course, or it might even promote a physical product. This way, you are now keeping 100% of the profit. Sure, you might have some overhead with printing costs and delivery, but you aren't sharing your cash with anyone else. And finally, you might be able to sell a service. For instance, if you are a good writer, then you can simply create a website, get lots of people to look at it, and then promote your writing service at X amount per 100 words. Likewise, for web design, photography, video editing, proofreading, the options are endless. And this is just another way you can get pretty much any job you like by having the skill and knowing how to navigate the web. And then there's affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing means that you are selling products other than your own. These products are things that another creator has built, often things like ebooks, which are offering commission. You sign up and are given a link called an affiliate URL. You then promote this link, and anyone who clicks on it will be taken to the product page via another website. That intermediary website will leave a cookie on the user's computer before sending them on, allowing the store to recognize that you sent them. Now, if they buy the product, you get a fraction of the purchase. This is often much higher than the amount of money you would get from an advert, and can range from a few percent in the case of Amazon products to a whopping 50, 70, or even 90%. Why would a creator be willing to give away so much of their income? Well, look at it this way. They are already selling the product themselves. Any sales you make will not take away from those sales. Therefore, any additional sales that their affiliates and partners make will simply mean more income for them. The more generous they are with their commission, the more affiliate marketers they will be able to attract, and eventually, this can lead to them having a legion of marketers, all promoting products on their behalf. And in some cases, these marketers might not help them to make sales, but they'll still be giving them free exposure and improving their brand awareness, etc. So the sellers have a lot to gain this way, and so do you. Through all these systems, then, a lot of money is to be made through internet marketing. If you can do all that, then you can stand to earn a lot of money for yourself by promoting products, services, and affiliate deals. But at the same time, you'll also be highly valuable to businesses that need someone to run their marketing campaigns and help them reach a wide audience. But good internet marketing means not only getting as many viewers on your website as possible, but also making sure that those viewers are truly engaged and that they are fans of what you do. It's one thing to be able to reach your audience. It's a different thing to be able to persuade them. How to do it. Internet marketing. Okay, so now you know why internet marketing is a big deal and how it can help you to make money, find a job, or live your dreams. So now it's time you learn the fundamentals of how to actually get involved. And to that end, the first thing you should probably learn is SEO. Search engine optimization. SEO is search engine optimization. This means optimizing a website, an article, or both for the search engines. The fact of the matter is that Google pretty much runs the web. If someone wants to find information, if someone wants entertainment, if someone wants anything on the web, they will probably start by checking Google. Then they do a search for that thing they want. Let's say they want to buy a hat. They'll probably search for buy hats online. If you are at the top of those results, then you'll make lots of sales. If you aren't, then you probably won't. Thus, what Google says goes. Thus, Google is king. And thus, the world needs SEO. This is how you go about building content and designing a page in such a way that it will be guaranteed to show up at the top of a specific search. And this means by identifying the keyword or phrase that you want, this is the phrase that you think people will search when they're looking for content or information like yours. Once you've identified that, you can then begin to use that key phrase in your content. The way Google works is by using programs called bots or spiders. These trawl the web and automatically index pages in a massive database for Google. Then when someone searches for something, Google checks the database and looks for the most relevant content. It used to be that the easiest way to come across as relevant for Google's sake was to simply lace your content with as many repetitions of the key phrase as possible. Now, this way, Google spiders could see that the content you wrote and the thing the person searched were related. And this way, you would show up at the top of the searches. Now, once upon a time, this was all it took. Now, once upon a time, this was incredibly easy. And the more times you repeated the phrase, the better your chances of appearing at the top would be. The only problem was that this made the web incredibly easy to manipulate, and it led to people abusing the system and putting out low-quality content. This led to websites writing things like, "Welcome to the Best Buy Hats online shop, where you can buy hats online. Buy hats online for your mom. Buy hats online for your dad." Google stamped out this kind of behavior by using algorithm updates that would penalize abuses of the system and that would favor good quality content. Now, Google recommends that you only include keywords using a 1 to 2% density. That means that for every 100 words, only one of them should be a keyword. Likewise, Google also wants to see you using LSI, latent semantic indexing. That means that you should write posting content with synonyms, related language, and natural language around the subject. Google also likes to see longer content, 800 to 1800 words. It likes to see new and relevant content, and it likes to see websites that are being updated and well maintained. Google also now looks at bounce rates, meaning that it can tell how long someone has been on a web page and if they tend to leave after the first couple of seconds. Then that website isn't going to perform well in searches. Using all these newer methods, Google can now favor content that is genuinely high quality and that answers the user's questions. In Google's case, the customer is the user, and that's who Google wants to please. So while you should write with SEO in mind, you should also make sure that your content is great quality for the user. More on this in a moment. Other things you can do for your SEO including adding keywords in key places, such as the opening paragraph and the title, such as the file names, the names of your images, for example, and the meta descriptions and other tags. The other big cornerstone of good SEO is getting links on other websites. Google views links on other sites as being referrals, and so if you can get a link from a top website, that will do an awful lot to build trust and authority in Google's eyes. Got a link from the BBC? Then anything you post subsequently will much more easily get to the top of Google. That said, smaller links elsewhere are also useful. And note that links are how the spiders find your content in the first place. Google again doesn't want you to manipulate the search engines or to try and trick them, and so it wants to see a link's profile that's natural and organic, as though everyone at once just decided to share your content because it was so brilliant and you had nothing to do with it. This means you should have a varied range of links in terms of the quality and even the wording. Using links that are on relevant sites is a good idea for reaching the right SERPs, industry lingo for search engine result pages, and for reaching the right audience, however. Avoid trying to pay for links, because this can get your site badly penalized or even de-indexed by Google. All of this is going to help your site to get seen, and if you post regularly and keep looking for popular topics, then you should gradually begin to grow an audience. In theory, more marketing strategies, SMO, and more. While this is a decent strategy, though, it is also very slow and certainly not guaranteed. It is not therefore recommended that most businesses and brands rely solely on searches for their traffic. Instead, it is also a good idea to be more proactive in your promotional activities by getting out there and reaching out to your audience. For instance, you can do this with PPC. This is pay-per-click advertising, which is a form of paid marketing where you only get charged when someone clicks on the ad. We won't be going into great depth on that here, but suffice to say that this is worth looking into and a skill that you should add to your bow. More fundamental is SMO, or social media optimization. In other words, you need to get out there onto Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, along with the others like Google Plus and Pinterest, and you need to start marketing yourself. That means you need to post regular content and build a following. Invite people to follow you and ask them to share and like your posts so that their networks see them too. You can also seek out forums, social media communities, subreddits, and more places where people might appreciate your content and where your target audience is likely to be spending its time. There are many more tricks you can use to get the word out about a brand or website too. One of the most powerful and effective is something called influencer marketing. This means that you look for someone on the web who is an influencer, someone who has a large following already, and who can help you reach that large audience. You then message them and find some kind of trade that you can do. For example, you can let them post something to your audience in exchange for posting to their audience. That way, you will both gain some of each other's subscribers. There's much more to internet marketing. Building a mailing list of your top fans is a very good idea, for instance, as is guest posting and writing blog posts for other sites. At the end of the day, it comes down to strategy. You want to gain the attention of real followers, and at the same time, you want to encourage Google to pick up your content and add it to its index.